Hey gang, it's Tim and welcome to Winning Wednesday, the sales email. So last week we actually talked about sort of getting your client over the I'm going to have to think about it hump by really getting them to quantify the benefit that they think that they can get from your service. So I want to follow that up a little bit with this concept of upsell, downsell. So most of us who are in the service space anyways, are coming at our sales with a target fee. For agencies that I've worked with and for, the target fee for per channel was $5,000 if you're a big agency. That generally means somebody's spending whatever, 40,000 or more in paid search. But you don't really care if if they spend less, as long as they're paying the 5,000, because that's what your business is based on. But as you're sort of exploring new markets and changing and growing and maybe adjusting your customer profile here and there, or even adding different services, you can actually start to think about how you can sell more and take advantage and monetize more of your inbound lead flow or your paid for lead flow by having options. So if you run into a particular set of resistance for your primary service or your primary sort of engagement, you can also have some sort of downsell. So one of my clients, they have their traditional service, which is X number of dollars a month, and then they've got their small business version, which is geared for local businesses, and it's Y dollars a month. And they actually put together a good progression. So but essentially, the idea is that they're going in trying to sell their middle program. But if the business has a certain set of parameters around it, or they can't sell that program, they have a downsell, so they can put them into their emerging advertiser program, which is a different program. It's smaller and the cost is less, but it's a great downsell because it has then monetized your meeting. Now, sometimes you will be in a meeting where you're trying to sell your middle, your average package, and you realize that this particular company has needs that you can service extraordinarily well in different ways. So you can say to them, well, we have our traditional package of $2,500 a month, and it has these attributes. But in your case, because of thing one, thing two, thing three that I see, I think this other package that has all of these additional benefits and comes at this higher price is actually going to be more beneficial for you. And so what you are doing in that case, so there's, very briefly, there is this concept of called price anchoring. So you make the most expensive thing so expensive nobody wants to do it, and you make the cheap thing so poorly valued that nobody wants to buy that, so everybody buys the middle thing, which is the thing you want to be selling. That's price anchoring. Now, what I want you to think about is this is more like opportunity anchoring. So for the downsell, you can say, our traditional customer who looks like this normally does this package, but you look a little bit different. Therefore, I think this package is the better value for you. Or our traditional customer who looks like this takes advantage of this package, but you, because you're bigger, faster, stronger, have more opportunity, whatever, I think the best package would be this. And so you were not actually like price anchoring to get people to exclude options. You are actually giving people a service. You are servicing them. You are saying, this is what I think is best for you. Not best for me, but best for you. Now, sometimes best for you and best for me are the same thing, but in the case of saying doing a downsell, that's probably not as good for me, but it really might be the right thing for the customer. And so as a sales professional, if you're thinking about sales as an act of service, where you are trying to connect the solutions and benefits that your company can offer to the pains and troubles that your prospect has, this is a great way to do the right thing so that you are able to service a company that's a little bit smaller or who doesn't fit your normal parameters by having a smaller, lower value, or actually equal value, but lower price package. Or you've got sort of you've got this extraordinary package for extraordinary companies. And so what you are doing is not trying to extract more money from the client or just make any sort of sale. What you're actually doing is you're using this opportunity set as a way to align yourself with your customer benefit. So this opportunity set being small package, downsell, primary package, and then extraordinary package. So rather than price anchoring, where we're trying to get people to exclude, this is opportunity anchoring, saying like, here's our core opportunity in our regular package. But for you, the opportunity is bigger or smaller. And we've got programs to accommodate that. So you should test that out because it will increase your close rate. Now, you do have to be concerned that you don't get lazy and just sell the lowest package because that's easiest. But if you do opportunity anchoring, you are going to match the actual needs of your customers with the best program for them. Now, here's the cool thing, is if someone is sort of on the edge and they're thinking I should get the standard package, but then they opt into the starter package, you can say, great, that's awesome, let's get started. And by the way, we're going to have a formal review in 75 days, 2.5 months, where we can talk about whether or not we think you really should be on the bigger package. Ditto with if you make the offer of the extraordinary package, you can then say, and they're like, oh, that sounds expensive. You can say, great, let's get started on the middle package, our usual package, and in 75 days, we'll revisit and to see if you think we were still right where you should have gone to the extraordinary package. And so you are aligning your offering with what's best for the customer. And in the case where you're going to do an upsell, like saying like, oh, you're on the beginner package now, but after we've worked together, we know that you should be on the standard package. That's not an upsell that comes at the expense of the customer. That's the upsell that comes to the benefit of the customer. See? Opportunity anchoring allows you to sell with integrity and service. See you next week.